Hello everybody, my name is William and welcome back to another Roblox Bee Swarm Simulator video where today I would like to talk about white hives. Now, I've been asked to make a white hive composition for quite a while now, but I've never actually used a proper white hive before. I was a little worried making this video, thinking I'd make a few mistakes, which I already did in my red hive composition. I made quite a few in that one. So I asked some friends and they told me everything I need to know about them, so here we go. First, I would like to talk about the things you need for a white hive. First one is obviously the gummy mask located inside of the gummy cave in here. The gummy mask. Also, the gummy boots do help a ton, so be sure, if you're going to a white hive, be sure to have gummy boots. The extra 25% goo is really, really good, so be sure you have these and the gummy mask before going white hive. I believe white hives are the most expensive hives possible, so that's just a reminder. They are the most expensive and very difficult to get and very difficult to run. Now on to what bees you'll be needing. The first bee I'd like to talk about is actually the basic bee. You're going to need a gifted basic bee, as you do with every color hive, mixed hive, blue hive, red hive, white hive, whatever. Any hive needs a gifted basic bee. Why? Is because that times 1.2 pollen is so useful. You do not need bomber bee, but you do need a brave bee. A gifted brave bee, because with white hive, you're gonna want gummy star and star saw from the supreme amulet. The supreme star amulet, sorry. You're going to absolutely need star saw and gummy star. You can run with a single gummy star, but it's just really bad when you compare it to that and star saw. So be sure to have star saw and gummy star on the supreme star amulet. So gifted brave bee, let's get that out of the way. Bumblebee and cool bee, you do not need. Hasty bee, gifted hasty bee, you do not need either. In most colored hives, you don't really need gifted hasty unless you're running a red hive. I'd say keep the gifted hasty bee because you're not going to be getting much haste, so be sure to have a gifted hasty bee. Most hives don't need them though, but for white hive, I'd say you do. Gifted looker bee, every hive should have this. This is very important because, well, it's a gifted looker bee. Of course, you're going to need it for that 50% extra critical power. Rad and rascal, you do not need. Stubborn bees. Stubborn bee, I'd say it's up to you. Can you get the tokens in time before they disappear? Yes or no? If you can, then you don't need it. But if you can't, then go ahead, get yourself stubborn bee. Gifted stubborn bee, because it has that 20% token lifespan. However, at the moment, on it did mention that the stubborn bee's gifted passive ability is currently broken, and it does absolutely nothing at the moment. So you can go ahead, temporarily get rid of it until the next update when he patches it. Gifted bumblebee, you do not need that. Bucklebee, you do not need that either. You do need gifted commander bee though, for that extra 5% critical chance, which will be very useful. Demo bee, you do not need that. Exhausted bee, you do not need that. Fire bee, nope. Frosty bee, nope. Gifted honeybee, yes, actually. Gifted honeybee will make your white hive overpowered, as that times 1.5 from honey tokens actually does affect the honey tokens dropped by the gummy star, so be sure to have a gifted honeybee. It is overpowered for a white hive. Keep your gifted rage bee, or if you don't have one, go ahead and get one. I'd assume you would. Why? Is because that +1 bee attack, just like the brave bee, will buff your star saw by quite a bit, so be sure to have that. You do not need Riley bee. You could have a shocked bee. Actually, never mind. You need a shocked bee. This is another really good one because this is 25% white pollen. Be sure to have a gifted shocked bee. Baby bee, gifted baby bee, it's up to you. Do you want that extra 25% loot luck? I'd say yes, so go ahead and keep your gifted baby bee. Also, that baby love, so yeah, never mind. Keep gifted baby bee, yeah. Carpenter bee, now we're getting into the tricky ones. You are going to want 6 gifted carpenter bees in your hive. They don't have to be gifted. Well, to be honest, yeah, otherwise it's not going to be as efficient. So yeah, go ahead, get 6 gifted carpenter bees at the minimum and the maximum, as the honey mark plus token only links up to 3 times. Like, it only multiplies the little buff that it gives you by 3 times. It can link more, so it has a wider range of movement, but it caps out at, I think it's 6 links? 6 links, yeah, it caps out at 6 honey links. So yeah, 6 gifted carpenter bees. That is one of the essential bees to a white hive. Demon bee, you do not need that. Gifted diamond bee, I'd say keep this because of that 100% convert rate will be very helpful with those links from your carpenter bees and vector bees. Gifted lion bee, go ahead and keep your gifted lion bee, as most of your bees will actually be colorless bees, so that way you will be getting a ton more attack with this gifted lion bee, buffing your star saw a lot. So be sure to keep gifted lion bee. You are going to need 3 gifted music bee. They don't need to be gifted, but, you know, it's best to keep them gifted so you have better efficiency. Ninja bee, I say keep 1 gifted ninja bee for that extra 5% bee move speed, which is very useful in every single type of hive. Shy bee, you do not need a shy bee. Fuzzy bee, you need about 9 gifted fuzzy bees. I'd say 7 to 9 gifted fuzzy bees, I'd say is about right. Spicy bee, you do not need that. 2 gifted tadpoles, you need 2 gifted tadpoles for that baby love though. Baby love is very useful, so be sure to keep 2 gifted tadpoles in your hive. Vector bee, now this is what makes white hives so stupidly overpowered. That and Gummy Star. Now, why are vector bees so insane? Well, it's let me explain. It's a vector bee. Now here's the thing. All of your vector bees must be gifted. Absolutely must be gifted, because the reason why you want vector bees is not only for that pollen mark plus, but specifically the mark surge. Mark surge will be getting you a ton of honey and pollen, so be sure to keep a gifted vector bee. Well, what am I saying? A gifted vector bee. I mean gifted vector bees, because you're gonna need a lot of these. I'd say about 13 of them. 13 gifted vector bees. Yes, insane. I know. It's pretty hard to get gifted mythics, but, you know, that's why it's the most expensive, because it's really difficult to get a white hive. Gifted bear bee, you can go ahead, keep that. Cobalt and crimson, you don't entirely need. Gifted festive bee, keep that for the festive gifts. Gummy bee, this is another really essential bee to a white hive. So be sure you have a gifted gummy bee because of that gumdrop, barrage, and glob. Also, that 5% honey per pollen is pretty useful. So yeah, goo is pretty much the essential way of making honey for a white hive. So you are going to need the best goo on your shell amulet as possible. Make sure you have the best white pollen and goo, and yeah, you'll be set on the diamond shell amulet, or what is it? Supreme shell amulet. Either one. Depends on whatever you have. Whichever has more, keep it. Gifted photon bee for that 5% instant conversion. Every hive just needs a gifted photon bee. 5% instant conversion. You're just missing out if you don't have one. Puppy bee. You do not need a puppy bee, but if you want to get some good bee levels, go ahead and gift that puppy. Get it? But yeah, 20% bond from treats. Very useful if it's gifted, so you can level up all your vector bees and get better pollen marks, because as you can see, per level, it levels them up. And mark surge per level. 10% per level is very useful for mark surge. So be sure to keep a gifted puppy bee when you are leveling your bees. Gifted tabby bee, be sure to keep that. Just like the looker bee, it gives you 50% critical power, which is extremely useful for hitting all those criticals. Gifted vicious bee, you do not actually need a vicious bee at all. Like, at all. But I just say keep it, because most people keep it, and I'd say you should, because it is quite useful. I can't tell. Is this my stump snail, or is this... Oh, there's 60. Hi, 60. How are you? Silent. That's pretty cool. Alright, back to this. Now, you do not entirely need the vicious bee, but I'd say keep it because it's a vicious bee. Like, why wouldn't you keep it? Especially if it's gifted for that extra respawn times. Gifted windy bee. Oh my goodness, be sure to keep this puppy. This is so useful. 15% instant white conversion. That is so good for white hives, as you will need a ton of instant conversion and a ton of goo. Goo is the main point of a white hive. Also, that white boost token is extremely useful. So be sure to keep a gifted windy bee. So yeah, that's about it for bees. But before you click off this video, I have another thing to mention about amulets. With the moon amulet, it can provide you 150% extra pineapple field pollen. And we all know pineapple is a white field. So buffing that by 150%, if you ever get a boost in pineapple, that is so good. So be sure to get white pollen and some pineapple pollen on your moon amulet, or you could get white pollen and instant conversion. At the moment, I have bond from treats and instant conversion because I'm trying to level up my hive. Also, that instant conversion is so good. So yeah, that's moon amulet. Back to Supreme Star Amulet. I need to clarify this just a bit more. So with your Supreme Star Amulet, you're going to want white pollen and total pollen. Like, not a second color of pollen, like total pollen. See how I have 15% pollen? Just get total pollen like that, but like a lot more than that, because 15% is not that great. Well, actually, no, it's 15. I think 15, sorry, not 50. 15% is the max, actually. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, okay, mine's good. Be sure to get some bee ability rate. Every Supreme Star Amulet needs that, and a ton of convert rate to help with those mark tokens. Be sure to have Gummy Star and Star Saw. Gummy Star will pop onto the field with a bunch of honey tokens, which will be very good, but the main point of Gummy Star is for the buffs that it provides white hives, sorry. It provides buffs, right? The more goo you collect with that Gummy Star, the more honey you'll make. right? Because the bigger the star is, the bigger the buffs, you know? That was the weirdest thing I've ever said. Like, the weirdest accent I've ever said it in. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm trying not to mess up what I'm saying because I don't want to have to retake this 3 times. My blue hive video. I had to reshoot that 8 times. I know I should have just edited it, but, you know, I didn't have Adobe Premiere Pro at the time, and I was just running off of Olive, which is a pretty bad video editor. But it's free, and it's good. So, yeah, it's not great. It's pretty bad because it crashes a lot, and it's pretty slow at rendering, so, yeah. Oh, wow, a mythic meteor shower. This man's boosting? Alright, nice. Anyways, it will boost white pollen. White instant conversion, I think it is. Hold on, let me check that. Sorry, I got it wrong. It's goo conversion, not instant conversion. Goo conversion 10%, which is really useful, so be sure you have the Gummy Star. Gummy Star is essential for a white hive. Now, what Star Saw is for is to convert while you have your Gummy Star out, because your bag's gonna fill quite a bit. So with that Star Saw, it will convert a lot, which is very useful. And when I mean a lot, I mean a ton, so you'll be getting a bunch of extra honey. So, yeah, that's about it for white hives. That's about all I know. I don't really know much about white hives, but that's because I'm a perfect blue hive, as you can see. No, I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect blue hive. I need 14 tadpole bees. I have 11! You know, actually, speaking of which, please watch till the end of this video, because this is gonna be totally smart, but I'm gonna spend 100 billion on royal jelly, because why not? Let's see if we can get ourselves some really nice, tadpole bees. Now, I'm gonna make this even dumber, and I'm not going to use the mythic bee trick, which you can click in the right-hand corner here. There is a card that suggests that video, so go ahead, click that, and you will see my mythic bee glitch video. But, yeah, I'm gonna use require mythic, or until mythic, sorry. Let's see how this goes. I guarantee you I am not getting a tadpole bee. If I get a vector bee, I'm gonna end the video here and scream. If you all didn't know this, I get a lot of vector bees. Too many vector bees. 3, 2, and 1. I got a spicy bee. I got a fuzzy bee. I got a fuzzy bee. I got a spicy bee. I got a tadpole bee. Yes! Okay, that's nice. Let's keep finishing this up here. What bee should I remove next? All right, so 12 tadpoles, 6 ninja bees, and 3 bubble bees. So I can remove a ninja bee. I'm going for this one right here. All right, here we go. This is kind of nerve-wracking. And a spicy bee. Fuzzy bee. Tadpole bee! Yes! Alright, let's keep going. This is amazing. Oh my goodness. I have never gotten this lucky before with royal jelly, especially with the until mythic. Oh my goodness. Holy crap. Alright. What bee should I remove next? I have 13 tadpole bees. We're so close. We need one more tadpole bee. What do you say, guys? Do we get rid of the good old diamond bee? This is like a perfect diamond bee, though. Like, look at this. This is perfect. This is the perfect diamond bee. My RNG is so bad, I really don't want to remove it. I'm scared. Oh, boy. All right. You know what? No. I don't need puppy bee, but I bought the reindeer antlers for 800 Robux, so I'm not just gonna get rid of that. Are you insane? Hold on. Do I have anything in my bee quip storage? I have a ton of pine cones. I know that. Jeez. Way too many pine cones. I mean, diamond bee is really the only other bee I don't need. All right. Goodbye, diamond bee. There it goes. Are you kidding me?